Hi, I'm Elena. I'm a mommy tantrum specialist and the founder of the Zen Supermom System, where me and my team, help busy moms and dads as well be able to stay calm so that no matter what drama your kid is going through, you can actually teach them how to manage their emotions rather than making it worse by adding your anger and frustration and resentment and stress and time pressure on top, which usually makes it even worse for your kids, right? So, if you're here for that, if you didn't come here to say, hey, give me a parenting script because my kids are so annoying about such little dumb things, like give me the abracadabra magic parenting script formula so that they never have a big drama over a small thing. Well, if you already understand that that's not the solution, then let's talk. Because I hear it very often from the moms I work with, but also especially from the moms, the parents in general, who come to me for the free mommy tantrum training. If you haven't seen it, by the way, yet, like, it's a good time to register and get it all from A to Z, because yes, this podcast is great. Yes, I talk about a lot of things, like lots of specific cases. However, if you want to get it from A to Z, like what is it that you need to be a calm parent and not lose your stuff when your kids lose it, then you might want to listen up. So it comes up very often in these mommy tantrum trainings because moms, they come to me with specific examples, and this is one of them, one of the situations when they totally lose it and they don't even see it coming. It's seemingly stupid little silly situation, and they complain like, I never saw it coming. It was just about that my kid couldn't choose the color of their cup, or because their toy, like a piece of it broke, but then I already fixed it, I already put it back, or they wanted to wear shorts and it was too cold, so I told them to have long pants. Like, for you, it's completely no big deal, right? Let's get over it. But your child has a total meltdown. And usually the smaller they are, the bigger the meltdown is. Unless then it's teenagers, and that's a whole different story because there are their hormones and stuff going on top of it. But usually this rings a bell for moms of younger kids. And if you don't catch it when they are young, it might be still happening when they are already early school years, like 6, 7, 8. They will be still having a hard time making peace with a situation that didn't go their way. They wanted something, it was not possible. It was not even your fault. It's not that you said no to a candy before dinner. It's something that was totally outside of your control. It was not your fault, but your kid is having such a hard time getting over it. And you're totally lost. You're like, what the heck? Get some resilience, kid. Like, get over it. It's a small stuff. So, how do you support your kid? You already know that if you get frustrated, the moment you get angry and impatient and you start feeling like, get over it, this is no big deal, why are you making such a big fuss about it? That's usually what makes it even worse, right? Why? Now try to think from your perspective. How would it feel like to you? And how do you usually react? Let's play a game. How do you usually react if you're driving when somebody cuts you off? How do you feel when you look outside of the window and it's raining and you planned a nice family picnic, or you were hoping you can get the kids out so that they don't behave like crazy monkeys at home and they spend some energy outside? So how do you feel when you look outside of the window and it's not possible? How do you feel like when you open the fridge and you realize that somebody ate your last favorite yogurt or some like food that you were looking forward to eating right now and it's gone because somebody ate it? How do you feel like when you realize your favorite piece of clothes, like your ultimate all-time favorite clothes, is either like it has a stain on it or it has been damaged in some way, so you cannot wear it right now, or it's in the wash, you wanted to wear it and you forgot and you can't? How do you react? What's your first reaction? And how long does it take you to recover from it? How does it feel when you're standing in a line in a grocery store and there's a long line to pay, and you notice that the cashier is just chit-chatting because it's her friend or family member whose turn it is. And your time is ticking. You see, those are all these things where you don't have control over. Either it's done, you just found out, there's nothing you can do about it, or as it is happening, it's really out of your control. Weather, how much control do you have over weather? And how grumpy and frustrated you still get when you see like, oh, it's raining today. How is your mood throughout the day? How would it feel like if I came in and say, hey, get over it. It's done. You can't do anything about it. Let's move on. How would you feel? Or if somebody cut you off on the road and you were like, starting to yell all the, not nice words you don't want your kids to hear at the person. And I will tell you, just get over it. Nothing happened and it's done. Like it was not personal. How would you feel? And so why should it be any different for your child? Yeah, because this is my big adult stuff and it's really important. And they're like, who cares about the color of the cup, or who cares that whatever happened for them, that they don't have their favorite socks or their favorite pajama. They still have 10 other like types of pajama. Well, for them, it's as important as your stuff is for you. Who are you to judge what is important and not? If you were little, what were the things that were the most important to you? Like, what was your favorite toy? And maybe you cried because your sibling broke it, or your best friend like played with it, or your dad stepped on it by accident. How many days afterwards did you cry? And don't you dare judging it now from your adult perspective and feeling like, yeah, exactly. Exactly. In your small world, when you're little, these things, they look big. And especially if it's something that your child would have preferred having a choice over. Especially if it's something where they feel they're stuck and they cannot choose, they don't have any other alternative. There is no other way, and the way how it has to go right now at this time, they feel forced into it and they don't like that scenario. That's even more frustrating for them. And you can understand, because you hate being forced into situations with no exit and with no reasonable timeline. Being pushed. You hate that yourself. So why do you think it's okay to judge your kids for having a hard time accepting being pushed in a situation they don't like? Right? So where do we even start with this? Rather than trying to find some parenting coach who will tell you abracadabra formula to make your kids like get over it, basically how to say in a polite way, get over it, because I don't have no patience for this. Like, I'm already on the edge myself, so I'm already stressed out. Get over it, otherwise it's going to get even worse. What is the more gentle parenting kind of way to say that? Stop looking for parenting scripts. Did you hear me? It's not about what you say. It's not about looking for a magic, manipulative, psychological trick that will make your kids suddenly see, you're right. I was making a fuss for nothing. Okay, let me be the calm, patient human being like the adult you are, my mother. Those scripts, they don't exist. It starts with you and with your energy, okay? You need to lead by example. And the best example is, rather than preaching and teaching, just stay calm, it's nothing. It's you actually demonstrating it. In the situations that matter the most to you, practice what you preach, my dear parent. And I'm not here like pointing fingers at you and blaming it all on you. I'll be the first one to point fingers at myself. I used to do exactly the same.